welcome to my second episode in how to come out of your debts. So, just in the last video, I shared about you that coming out of debts, you need a lot of plan and strategy, understanding, knowledge, and you have to take a right action. Started to go in a right direction. It's not going to happen just because you're praying and believing one day I will come out of your debts. It's not going to happen. I told you that you're not going to pass an exam just by praying. You have to study. So in the same way, you're going to come out of your debts means you have to fight about it. You have to learn a lot of things, and you have to take a right step and action. Then only you can able to come out of your debts. So let's continue for today. you know Number one, if you really want to come out of your debts, you should have a very strong determination. You have to decide that you're going to totally be debt free, and you are committed. Whatever it takes you to become debt free, you are committed for it. Because there are many people struggling in debts for so many years. Some people lived all their life in debts and they died, and after that, even the second generation, their children, no matter how much they study, no matter where they are living, in whichever country they are living in, outward they may look like a very prosperous, like living in a big house and have a car, but you know what, inside they have a huge amount of debts. So the debts is like a kind of a cycle. It's keep on going on, passing on even to a next generation. If your father been in debts, lot of possibilities there, you can also be in debts. So you have to break that cycle. So it's a very serious thing. It's a debts is a kind of a trap. It's in another way I can tell you, in spiritual, it's a kind of a spirit will take you deeper and deeper into debts. The more deeper and deeper you go into debts, so many things at one time attacks you, like a fear, confusion, frustration, anxiety attacks, worries, and feeling shame, feeling guilty. You are not able to honor your words, you are not able to meet the commitments, so you feel shame, you feel guilty. My god, so many thoughts at one time will bombard you. So much of emotions will come into you. Suicidal tendency, whether I should run away from this place, what to do. And you know what, people are like this. When they know that you are in debts, nobody will help you. They will not give you money. If people know that you have a lot of money, then how much ever money you want, they will help you. But the moment they come to know that you are in debts, nobody will help you. I want to tell you this. So don't worry, I'm here to help you and encourage you. I'm going to give you clear cut teachings, and I'm going to give you practical tips which will 100% work. It'll work for everyone. I'm not going to say something which sounds so good, but it is not going to apply for me. I'm in this like for 14 years, and I also had a lot of challenges. I also struggled in this, so I can able to understand. I can able to understand your feeling. I can able to understand your situation, and especially whatever I'm going to teach, it will work very effectively for people who are in Indian, people who are in the Indian context, Indian system. It will surely will work. So the number one is like you should have a strong determination to come out of your debts. You should have a will and a desire to come out of debts. You should come to a place like anything is requires to come out of debts, I will do it. That kind of strong will. And you should learn, you should understand so many things to come out of debts. So number one, it's a strong determination. And the number two, if you really want to come out of debts, you need to have a lot of humility. If you are a person who have a lot of ego, shall I tell you, I don't know, you just observe your life or the people who are in debts. Just observe and think about this. Most of the time we get into debts because of our ego. We try to buy things which we are not even have a capacity to pay for it. We buy a lot of things to impress other people. It's all at the root level, it's all your ego problem. You don't have money to put your children in a good school, but still you put your children in a big school where you have to pay huge amount of money. You're not having a money to put your children in a big college where you have to pay lakhs of rupees, and so you still put it so that you can boast to other people, my children are studying in so and so college. So most of the time we get into debts because we don't have a true humility. We get into debts because of ego. We try to buy things to impress others, that everybody should know that I have a car, everybody should know that I have a big house, and I am having this, I'm having that. It's a ego. So if you really want to come out of debts, I want to tell you, number two, you should have a humility. Everybody say humility. You should have a humble heart. You should humble yourself. You should come to a place like, I don't want to be a slave to anyone, because Bible tells us in book of Proverbs, borrower is a slave to the lender. So because of your ego, you will go on borrowing money and you'll become a slave to other people. You have to live in constant fear. You have to bow down in front of those people. So rather, whether you have anything or not, if you can able to live peacefully, as I told you before, that debt traps, brings lot of negative emotions and feelings. Fear, guilt, shame, so many things, confusion, frustration. And not only that, you cannot enjoy your meal. You cannot eat peacefully. My God, that's the worst thing can ever happen to you. You cannot eat peacefully. You cannot able to sleep peacefully. You cannot able to play with your children. You cannot able to enjoy with your husband or a wife. So constantly, at the background, keep on thinking what to do. That's the question bombarding your mind, where to borrow, where to arrange, until I clear this pressure, situations, this particular debts payment. I don't have any peace. I'll feel little bit relaxed once I clear this. So you have to come to a place, even if I don't have anything, I don't want to be a slave to anyone. Even if I'm going to eat the cheapest meal in my life, doesn't matter, but I am not going to be in debts. I'm going to enjoy my meal. Even though I'm going to sleep in a small place, even I'm going to sleep in a mat, not even a mattress, mat, but I'm going to sleep peacefully because I'm not under a stress. I'm not under a pressure. You should try to understand, what, see, in life, what you need is happiness. What you need is peace. If you're not able to enjoy your meal, if you're not able to sleep peacefully, if you're not able to enjoy in your family with your wife or children or husband, what is the point of having all the big things and costly things in your life? So keep it very simple, all you need is peace and happiness. So if you are not in debts, you will have lot of peace and lot of happiness. So for you to totally come out of debts, it takes lot of humility. So in coming days, I'll share with you certain things. You can only do those things if you have a humble heart. If you are a proud and arrogant, what, you are not going to follow the steps which I'm going to tell you, and you will be hoping, okay, I don't need to follow, what this pastor is telling, what this brother is saying is quite difficult for me, but anyway, I will come out of debts. I know what to do it, and such things will happen, and something will work out. I will come out of the debts, but I cannot able to follow. You may think like that, but you know what? As days goes by, as you're going to struggle, you will learn a lot of lessons. Then one day you will understand, whatever I say, it's very true. So number one, you need a strong determination. Number two, you should have a humility. You should have a humility. And number three, you should look for a income, extra income. You should have a multiple source of income, streams of income. How people are getting into debts? They have one job, they may be getting a good salary, and therefore they go and buy big house and EMI, and they also buy a lot of costly things, put the children in a big schools, and buy a costly car, and again there is an EMI, buy big TVs. Everything is like iPhone and iPad and Apple laptop, buying all these costly things. And suddenly the company nowadays remove people from the job, and they become a jobless. Now they are worrying. So I want to tell you, if you are in job, I'm not telling you this to create a fear or anything, but if you are in job, okay, nowadays there is no guarantee for any job. So if you are only, if you are only, your source of income is only from the job, then if in case anything bad happens, if you lose your job, you're going to struggle a lot. So somehow you have to plan and learn and work, trying to get a multiple streams of income, so that even though you don't have a job, so you can able to sustain yourself, at least manage yourself to pay EMIs and take care of your family through other streams. So in coming episode, I'll be talking about how you can able to develop and create a multiple streams of income. Now if you are in a good job and you have a huge salary, I want to tell you, you have to be very careful, because company remove people who are having a very huge salary. Say for example, if you are in a job and you're getting 1 lakh salary and you're so proud about it, but there are times company will remove a person who's having 1 lakh salary, and they will appoint a new person for 50,000. So you cannot next time go to another company and say that in the previous company I used to get 1 lakh, so at least you give me 1 lakh or at least 1 lakh 20,000, then only I'll come to another company. Even getting a job in another company is very difficult. That's a fact, that's a bitter reality you have to swallow. You observe a lot of people, there are so many people are not having a job. They used to work in a big companies, they used to earn a lot, now don't have a job for so many years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Why? Instead of creating any other business and any other source of income, they are keep on searching for the job. So today these 3 things at least keep in your mind. One is you should have a strong determination. Number 2, you should have a humility to come out of debts. Number 3, you should create a multiple source of income. Sometimes it's not about it's about your spending. People will tell, okay, don't spend too much. If you spend too much, you'll be getting into debts. Yes, I understand, but only it's not the spending problem. You're spending without creating a lot of income. That's the main problem. So you have to create a multiple source of income so that you can able to afford your spendings. So without creating multiple streams of income, and you keep on going on spending without having much savings in your life, you will get into trouble. So 3 things: strong determination, humility, create a multiple source of income. This is just a basic, and after this only slowly we'll get into the subject with the practical tips to deal with the different things, like how to deal with credit card, how to deal with the personally you borrow from someone with the 5% interest and 10% interest, what to do with those kind of loans, and what to do with the bank loans, and whatever kinds of loans you have, we are there to guide you and help you. God bless you. Please like and share, comment and subscribe, and let other people also will be benefited through this video. God bless you.